A trip to the Elite Eight and a showdown against Toledo Central Catholic awaits the victor of this Division III Regional Semifinal matchup, featuring sharpshooting sophomore guard Kalen Brooks and the Mansfield Tigers, facing off with an alliance squad led by perhaps the greatest player in their program's history in J.R. Jackson. Get ready for an exciting Sweet 16 matchup from Savage Arena in Toledo, coming at ya next.
T-shirts. Anybody want T-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
It's the Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers pregame show. Two teams about to step on the regional court for the first time in a while. Sweet 16 boys high school hoops about to go down with Mansfield Senior Tangos with the Lions. Welcome inside of Savage Arena, everybody. I'm Brian Skronsky. Effie James is with me. Tigers coming off their first district title in a dozen years. Aviators haven't been here since 1982, my friend. So it's pretty cool to see the players, the coaches, the fan bases all get this opportunity because it's new for everyone.
Right. The regional tournament, new for everybody. They haven't been here in a while, both teams. So it's just kind of rare air for both teams, if you would say. So they're both excited. You can kind of see it in both coaching staff, both all the players. So it's really nice to see. You know, where in the other game you kind of see some teams that are kind of used to being here, teams like TCC kind of used to being here. It's old hat, where these teams are like, this is all new to me, and they are excited about being here. And we got some quality teams here also, so it ought to be a fun one. It ought to be a real fun game.
Even though it's been more than 4 decades since Alliance has been here, Effie, this team, they're going to look the part for sure.
Yeah.
They have not dropped a game in over 2 months, riding a 15-game win streak here into Toledo, and most of their victories have been blowouts. Led by their alumnus, Chet Harper, a 1993 grad. He's turned the program into a winner in just 3 years. So it feels like this team, they've got a lot of momentum right now. And they just look confident on the floor. I kind of like the swag and the mentality that everybody kind of has. A lot of hand slapping, a lot of jumpers going through the net.
Right.
So that helps too.
Yeah, and they are a team of athletes, guys that, and they play hard, man. And that's the thing that, you know, and you can tell a coach's imprint on a team is the effort that the kids give when they get on the floor. And, you know, Coach Harper, his print on this team is when you get on the floor, you better be playing hard. And his team, to a man, they give effort. Every single man out there while they're on the floor. So, you know, the Tigers are going to have a challenge because of the effort that they give, let alone the skill level. Like you said, they get buckets too, but they also play extremely hard. So this Aviator team belongs at this stage of the regionals. They didn't get here by accident. They belong at this level.
And they are led by their standout senior, J.R. Jackson. Dude just had a huge 26-point performance in the district championship round. He's a dynamic lefty. He can score off the dribble. Scouting report says he likes to shoot it from deep, Effie, and he has got a rare finishing ability. He ranks in the top 10 in Stark County's all-time career scoring list. That's some pretty good company.
Yeah, and you know, he's a young man that has a what they call a bag. You know, he's got a real bag, man. He can go either side. He can shoot it from deep. He could also drive. When he gets contacted in the lane, he can finish around the rim. He has got a complete package. This young man almost just under 20 points a game. And I'm telling you, if he wanted to score more, he could score more. But he is a complete player, and the Tigers are going to have their handful with this young man tonight. But he is just one of their players. But he is going to be a big key to their success tonight.
What stands out to me just watching him in the layup line and before this, just how low he can get with his dribbles, and there's just a little bit of extra emphasis the way that he's able to move and glide around the floor.
Right.
Mansfield Senior, though, also led by a former player in Marquis Sykes. He will make his first regional appearance as a coach. Got there as a player back during his playing days. The Tigers, a program, Effie, we know it coming from the Mansfield area, super story tradition. But they've experienced a lot of tournament heartbreak over the last decade, so they've got a deep, talented roster, and they've got the community behind them. You said they're going to have 3 Spirit buses rolling up here tonight.
Right.
So this is a team that's kind of captured the attention of the area, and they definitely feel like they've got the goods, and they belong here on the regional stage.
Right, and they have been playing, you know, this season has kind of been up and down. They've had some great stretches. They've also had some low stretches where they've played poorly in a couple games in a row, and then they go on 3 or 4 games where they have played like nobody, you know, world beaters where they can beat anyone. So they've been up and down this season, but they have these last few games, they have played really well in the tournament. In the district tournament, they have played extremely well, and Coach Sykes is excited about the fact that his team seems to be peaking at the right time.
Yeah, they should be. They came out of the gates really hot against Clay, a team that they were very undersized against. They ended up beating them 54-47, and then I think you could call it an upset, knocking off Shawnee by 3 points the other night right in their backyard in Richland County. We're going to spotlight tonight the senior, Andrew Brooks. He came up really clutch at districts. He was our MVP on the OH report in the win over Shawnee. He's just a solid veteran leader. He can score, board, defend, and he's just got all of the ingredients of a senior high player that you want in the lineup, Effie, because he's a pretty unselfish cat, too, on offense. He's another one of those dudes where you feel like he could probably score a little bit more, but he defends very nicely and just plays his role.
Yeah, and he is their all-everything player. Andrew Brooks is a guy who can he can step out and hit shots from the perimeter. He can be their inside presence if they need him to be on offense and defense. He has been pretty much everything the Tigers have need him to be. He can be a primary ball handler if they need him to be. He could also be their primary defender on the inside. He has been everything for these Tigers this year. So Andrew Brooks is going to be a huge part of the Tigers' success on tonight. So he's going to have to play big. They're going to lean on him tonight on both offense and, more importantly, defensively.
Sure.
It's going to be important for him to play tough on the interior, and they're also going to lean on him to be able to handle ball pressure tonight.
I think that's what I'm looking most forward to tonight is just the defenses and who's able to try to adjust to that pressure, because it can create a lot of chaos. Both of these teams certainly want to get after you, and they wanted to make it very tough throughout the course of the night. So just the adjustments, what do you see as a coaching staff of how you can alleviate some of that pressure?
Right.
I think that's going to be pretty key here tonight as the clock winding down. We're getting closer and closer to tip-off here in Toledo. So we will take one quick commercial timeout. When we come back, Effie and I will have our keys to victory and, of course, your opening tip-off from Savage Arena.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Here at the University of Toledo for the second half of our Sweet 16 doubleheader on NFHS Network, and then also on the OH Report tonight. Alliance in their 15-game win streak, looking to continue that as they go head-to-head with the Mansfield TY Tigers. Brian Skronsky and Effie James. Fun environment here, of course. The tournament atmosphere, we talked about it during the first game. It's a step up when you start getting to this level, specifically for the big schools. You go to these big university arenas, and it just kind of changes a little bit of how things are going to happen out on the court here, Effie. Just, this is the real deal.
Right, and it's a different feel, it's a different environment. One of the things that stands out to me is now you have, even though it's a bigger arena, you have people coming to see you now that maybe didn't come in to see you during the regular season. You have more of a crowd presence, and more fans are out there that you haven't seen all year. One thing that's weird that I always encourage my players to get out and get as many shots up as you can. The depth perception looks a little bit different than they're used to.
Sure. On
the rims. It's just everything is a lot different. So, playing in these arenas is a different feel. So, everything is different about this level of play. But through it all, it's still exciting. It's still fun, and it's something that these kids will never forget.
You almost need to come out like Hoosiers, just show them, measure that rim.
Right.
And say, hey, still 10 feet tall. That's right. We're still playing basketball here, guys.
Absolutely.
Saw the starters just get announced for the Aviators. J.R. Jackson, our player spotlight, the EBC Player of the Year. He'll be joined by Cam Burton, 5'8 senior, a couple of juniors in Parker Woods, Sam Hayes, and then Cole Pasco, their center, also a senior, so a veteran lineup for the Aviators. There's our spotlight, Andrew Brooks. He'll start tonight alongside Devontae Johnson, Kalen Brooks, DJ Corbin, and Rashad Reed. Tigers winners of 6 straight, 7 of their last 8.
I think it's so important for Mansfield to, get the feel of this game and understand that, like we talked about before, it's still just a game. You know what I mean? And who settles into this game? Like we said, neither team has been to this level in a long time. Who settles in first and understand that it's still just basketball, I think it's going to be at an advantage.
Brooks is able to collect off the tip, and the opening possession belongs to the kids from senior high. Corbin, such a versatile threat. Here's Brooks, poked out of his hands, and he lost it, a turnover to start things off for Mansfield.
And it's that hard-nosed man-to-man defense from Alliance. It's going to be the difference. And J.R. Jackson right away, strong with the left-hand drive.
This is where the Aviators have created a lot of problems for teams this season off of makes, kind of some token full court pressure this time. Brooks from the foul line is turned away inside, the block from Pasco. Immediately they find JR in transition. And just a heat check right out of the gates here just to see if it's going or not.
Just to see. And, right away, 2 quick turnovers for the Tigers. And right now, even though they're going strong to the basket, those 2 turnovers, they've got to handle the ball strong because they're going to be seeing this type of pressure for the entire game from the Aviators.
Corbin will get tripped up. It'll be Tigers inbounds from under the hoop. Sam Hayes draws the first personal here of the evening.
Strong take by DJ Corbin, and they're going to lean on DJ for his ball handling. He's got a little bit of a good mismatch as far as quickness, so he's going to have to do a lot of ball handling tonight.
Brooks misses his first shot. Now a nice look. Pasco to the rack for Zip Aviators. They'll sink back, half-court man-to-man. Reed lost it out of the corner.
And another turnover for the Tigers, leading to a run-out.
Jackson so smooth with his strong hand. He's made his first couple of shots inside the arc. Now Devontae Johnson, ball on a string, tipped into the hands of Brooks. Kalen Brooks, just a sophomore, led the team in scoring. One of the top scoring threats in all of North Central Ohio, but he's missed his first couple. 2-on-1 ahead of the pack, and probably a wise foul here from Devontae Johnson.
Yeah, and right now the Tigers are really loose with the basketball, and this is what Alliance has been able to be so successful with all year long. The ball pressure, the continuous ball pressure, being physical with teams. And we talked about it in the first game, the ticky-tack calls that you would normally get in the regular season. As Burton, this is the first, you're not going to get in the tournament. So just because you get bumped doesn't necessarily mean it's a foul. And right now the Aviators playing a lot more physical. A lot of turnovers here early for the Tigers. They're going to have to settle into this ball game.
Comes up empty, though. 0 for 2 is Reed in attack mode.
Nice.
Draws the second foul on Pasco.
Well, and that's what they have to be able to do. Be aggressive, get strong looks at the basket. That time Reed saw the advantage. He got the defender on his heels and went strong to the basket. And that's
Hayes,
what they've got to do.
Correction, yeah, Hayes with the foul. So just one on Pasco, one on Hayes. Now Reed looking for the first points tonight for the TY Tigers.
Rashad Reed, normally a solid free throw shooter, misses the first.
Nice friendly roll here. Mansfield get into some full court pressure. Brooks picking up on Cam Burton. Quick release from downtown, likes the view. Parker Woods makes his first shot. Now Mansfield gives it right back. The Aviators starting to build some momentum.
Yeah, the ball pressure is going to be tough. You will not be able to just run up and grab the ball. They're going to contest every pass and every dribble. The Aviator pressure really making a difference here early.
Tigers down 7 on our Barrister Title Group scoreboard. As Brooks, though, makes a good read. The referee might have gotten away somehow. Came right back to Kalen. Euro step. And the first basket tonight for the Tigers.
Nice strong take by Kalen that time. Great job on the turnover, anticipated that pass. Able to get the Tigers on the board with the first field goal.
Johnson trying to take away some of the space for Burton. Sets up a three-point shooter. Jackson 0 for 2 from downtown. Corbin almost had his pocket picked. Slick crossover, though, sets up Brooks from the short corner. Won't drop, but DJ out of bounds.
DJ with it's a nice look in the mid-range that time by Andrew Brooks, not able to finish. DJ loses out of bounds trying to get the offensive rebound. But again, that is a turnover, but that's not a live ball turnover, but it gives the Tigers a chance to set up their defense. And this is where the Tigers have got to get settled in, not give up open looks, and do a better job of rebounding the basketball.
Johnson trying to get by Reed now, gets a step. He draws the foul. Be the first on Rashad.
J.R. Jackson just real savvy with the ball. Watch how savvy he is. He gets Rashad on his hip and just keeps him there, draws that foul. That is a savvy veteran move. Draws the foul and takes that contact. He has really got a full package.
Davion Mack, the first off the bench for Mansfield Senior, will place Reed in the lineup. Davion's been a really nice addition to this Mansfield roster, coming in from Mansfield Christian this year.
Davion brings some length and athleticism to this group, and right now the Tigers have got to find a way to handle this ball pressure. It is just relentless from the Aviators right now.
Johnson sizing up Burton. Now brings it back out to the logo. Brooks, excellent hesitation down Main Street, and one.
Great job by Andrew Brooks. And this is what you have to be able to do. You cannot back up from pressure. When pressure comes, you got to be able to attack it. And Andrew Brooks does a great job attacking the basket, shot fake right around the three-point line, takes one power dribble and gets to the lane.
59% free throw shooter this season. Little short, and the rebound is taken down for Woods. Pushing a hand up and over, left short. Mack with the board. Davion, maybe one too many dribbles, but a reach-in foul. And they called it on Cam Burton.
Cam Burton, really active hands, and that time Davion bailed out a little bit. Sometimes the worst thing you can do against a lot of pressure is dribble a little bit too much. The best thing to do is pass the ball quickly against pressure. But Davion, great skill set, brings a lot of athleticism to this Tiger lineup.
Brooks stepped out of bounds on the crossover.
Wow.
So the Tigers' turnovers have piled up here in this first quarter.
Absolutely. This Aviator pressure is just, and I know Coach Sykes has talked to his team about what the pressure was going to be like. They have really, it has been priority one about handling pressure, but you cannot simulate what it's going to be like on the floor. And right now the Tigers are struggling handling this pressure.
Only down 5. Alliance hasn't been able to stretch it out. Get a chance here, though. From the corner off the baseline drive, they'll set up Woods. He'll take it. Contested, though. And now here's Corbin. 3-on-3. DJ at the control.
Nice.
Slipped by the defense. Pretty layup. Jackson back the other way. Quick trigger 3. Johnson with the rebound. Pace picking up now. Mack dribbled it off a shoe and lost it into heavy traffic.
Wow.
Coast to coast for Cash. Brisker, his first bucket. Now picked off by JR.
Ball flying around, up and down we go.
And another foot out of bounds here in the corner. It's Parker Woods.
Yeah, stepped right out of bounds.
So this tempo really got turned up there over about the last minute. Both teams catching their breath. Some fresh bodies coming in now. Reed returns for Coach Sykes. So we see a 1-2-2 zone now. Look at a trap. Brooks switches to his left hand. Couldn't get a friendly hop. Brisker nearly walked. He had a wide open Nicholson in the corner. Smooth transition there for Sears, missed it. Here's Nicholson keeping the possession alive, but he's doubled up, been tied up.
Well, we knew it was going to be, the pace was going to be up and down in this game. It was going to be about execution, who's going to be able to execute, who's going to be able to handle the pressure. But both teams now getting a little sloppy. But it's going to, right now you're seeing teams a lot of substituting, and it's going to really come down to the depth and how the bench is going to be able to factor into this game. Because at this pace, the benches are going to have to play. Bench players are going to have to contribute in these games.
Just getting kind of pinballed around down there. Brooks upset. He thought he was going to have some easy money ahead of the pack. Instead, Cash Brisker fouled. Be team foul number 3 on the Tigers. Got one more to give here in the frame, whereas Alliance with 4 will put Mansfield Senior in the bonus. Great read by DJ Corbin, picked it off. Here's Kalen. Switches to the left hand, and he can put it in equally, I think, with both at the rim.
Absolutely. And all of a sudden, the Aviators getting a little sloppy with the ball. Some turnovers for Alliance here the last couple possessions. And the Tigers taking advantage.
Three-pointer, front rim, Corbin. Strong rebounds. He was big in that department in the district rounds. Brooks pressured out to half court. Tried to step between, and I think it'll be a blocking foul here on Tajay Nicholson. Second look on our Central Star Home Health replays.
Wow.
As mentioned, Tigers move into the bonus now. Got a great foul shooter at the line. Kalen, 74%. Gets there quite often too, Effie. Almost 6 attempts per night.
Yeah, and Kalen does a great job of drawing fouls, and again, he's usually a really good finisher around the rim, a good ball handler, and has done a great job of getting stronger with the basketball, and has allowed him to be able to get to the free throw line more this year. And with him being such a great shooter, his percentage has always been high. That time, not so much, but overall he's done well from the free throw line.
Step back contested for Parker Woods. The Aviator basketball.
Right now, a lot of pace, a lot of quick shots, and
now I think a long 2. That's going to be the case for that jump shot from the Aviators to push the lead up to 4. As Reed clanks it off the backboard, wouldn't drop for him. Woods catch and release out of the corner.
Wow.
Nothing but net for the 6'4 junior. Big run going right now by Alliance. Brooks settles it down, quiets the noise. He'll head back to the free throw line.
That's a big play by Kalen Brooks. Takes the hit, strong finish off the glass. You know, as a year ago, he's only a sophomore. A year ago as a freshman, he would not be able to take that hit. But this year, a little stronger, able to take the hit, finishes the three-point play. Tigers only down 4 here at the end.
Aviators look like the plan is to hold for the final shot of the frame. So go to Woods, short corner, skip pass here. Nicholson lets it fly. Would have been a big one. Mack with a strong board. And Brooks just couldn't find it between his legs. Just a 2-score game though, 1 quarter down. We'll see you back here for the second on the University of Toledo.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Bit of a roller coaster first 8 minutes here at Savage Arena. Tigers turning it over a bunch at the beginning. Alliance never really stretched it out.
Right.
And now Kalen Brooks, last 4 points for Mansfield Senior, big and 1 bucket, and they've got the basketball right back in this game.
Right, and the Tigers able to withstand the storm. A lot of turnovers early. But like you said, the Aviators not able to stretch out that lead. But the Tigers now in a position to make some hay, but another turnover here in the half court.
Yeah, a little frustration for head coach Marquis Sykes, though it doesn't cost him at the other end. Nice pass, but Braylon Sears left it a bit short. Here's Brooks, fake to the corner, just glides into the tin.
Great job by Andrew Brooks getting to the basket, but a really nice job by Davion Mack defending the rim that last time. They were at a disadvantage, but Davion Mack doing a great job protecting the rim, leading to that fast break bucket.
Jackson at the controls, just a 2-point lead now. Step back. got his own miss, hop step, and swirls it home.
Yeah, he's a difference maker. Yeah, I think they're going to call that foul on
Might go on Brooks.
Rashad. Is that on Rashad Reed? It looked like he took two hands and pushed one of the Aviators. Let's see. Or either they're going to call a double foul here. Okay. Rashad, they were going back and forth. They were bumping each other back and forth. He pushed Rashad. Rashad pushed him back, and they call a double foul.
Get some changes here. 3 fresh bodies. Now check in for Alliance and Coach Harper. What a job he's done with this program. No winning culture. Losing season first year. Next year, big jump, and now this year. I mean, they've already won a school record 23 games and counting, Effie. That's a short period of time to get this thing figured out.
Wow, and he has done an outstanding job. With the effort that his team plays with is just unbelievable.
Looking to get a 10-second count here. Brooks has to get it over in the next 2. He will.
And right now, Cam Burton, such a ball hawk defensively. He is not giving any room to Kalen Brooks. Right now, this is where the Tigers feel like they may have an advantage with DJ Corbin handling the basketball, but Cam Burton really tough on that ball.
Kalen backs it out, gets the switch. Brooks looking to go to work on Pasco, sends one from deep.
Woo.
Almost had a deflection and a theft there in the back pocket of Burton. Mack comes out to greet Woods. Double team now, tipped. Corbin to the floor. Tied up, jump ball.
Great effort that time by the Tigers, really ball hawking, trapping ball screens. And if he could have got that loose, they would have had a easy 2 down at the other end. But great job turning up the intensity on the defensive end for Mansfield. And right now the Aviators look a little shook offensively because the Tigers now have turned up the defensive intensity. And Kalen Brooks with the big shot on the other end gave him a little bit of juice.
No hesitation. Woods knew he missed it immediately. Johnson able to get into the hands of Mack. Sending for Corbin now. Tipped away on the floor. JR can't get it because DJ comes flying into the screen. And now Coach Marquis Sykes will take a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, and I think Marquise felt like this possession was valuable. You know, they had a couple opportunities to take the lead, and, you know, if they would have missed that opportunity, I think it would have been much. So he really wants this possession right here to be a good look at the rim. So he took that quick timeout.
Tigers have not led yet tonight. That man, Kalen Brooks, along with Andrew Brooks. The 1-2 punch. The Brooks clan, as a sign on the cross side says. They've been doing their part so far to get Mansfield right back into this game after a shaky start.
Right.
But they've adjusted, they've settled in, and it feels like they're starting to win over the crowd a little bit. 2 possessions ago, the energy level from the student section felt like it made a difference in them producing that jump ball.
Well, I think if they can understand, if they can cut those, the live ball turnovers have been the difference. When they've been able to get looks at the basket, that's really the difference in the game. And they can set up their defense. They've got good ball protection. Davion Mack has come in and done an excellent job protecting the rim, which has kept them in the game. So, my.
Almost put somebody on
Yes,
a
he did.
poster, but he does put T.Y. in front for the first time this evening.
Great play out of the timeout by Coach Sykes.
20-19, and Brooks with the read, live ball. But he clinks it. Rare miss in that situation for Brooks. Trying to cherry pick, hanging out at half court, as the action will come back this way.
Yeah, and I think Kalen really expected more contact than he got, and that's why he put so much on that layup. But again, now we're seeing the Tigers start to settle into this ball game, doing a little bit better with the basketball, but they're still going to have to handle this pressure because it is not going to stop from Alliance.
Tough catch. It's made, though, by Davion Doak.
Oh, my.
City,
oh,
get
my.
out the way. Davion Mack energizing this Tiger crowd as Corbin getting dirty again. A foul here on the Aviators, and the full pendulum has swung in TY's favor.
No, I think we had a
must have been a Mansfield timeout. Looked initially like the contact was going to lead to a foul.
Right.
But a good contingent for both cheering sections here tonight. They've gone back and forth, but the play of Mansfield has allowed them to kind of capture the attention here with this 9-2 run in the second.
Well, and I think Davion Mack, since he's entered the game, has brought a different energy on the defensive end as well. He has protected the rim on the defensive end, and he has really, on the offensive end, with those last two possessions, has really been able to get good looks at the basket, and that has energized the crowd. That dunk energized the crowd. So now the Tigers are now back into a place where they're settled into the ball game. They still, though, have to handle this ball pressure, because anytime they have gotten good looks at the basket, good things have happened. It's just when they turn the ball over is when they get themselves in trouble. And here's another turnover. They just have not been able to figure that part out.
Corbin threw it away, intended for Johnson, who was picked up by JR. And we see that the Margaretta Polar Bears are dancing into the regional final. 70-58, they knock off undefeated #1 Genoa.
Wow, that's a big win.
Congratulations to Margaretta. Tough catch, it's made here by Jackson. Lost it though again, Mack pushing ahead for Brooks. Spins here near side, skip pass, and right where the last pass just went, out of bounds into the bench of the Aviators.
I tell you, and that's one of the things, and the Tigers have been loose with the ball, and this is not the first game. They've been able to overcome some turnovers, and they may end up doing that tonight, but that is one thing that has given Coach Sykes his gray hair is this team and just being really loose with the basketball, because when they can get shots, a lot of the times they've got guys that can make shots. But when they get loose with the basketball, it can be a struggle for this team.
They average better than 70 points per game. They
Absolutely.
only turn it over 11 times,
Right.
Effie, but they're about there now.
They're struggling with this, this ball pressure. They you can't simulate it, and they're not used to seeing it. And that's the struggle they're having right now. They're not used to seeing. They probably only seen it one other time, and that's when they played Lima Senior this year. They probably have not seen this level of ball pressure since then.
Oh, Mac, how about that to the rim? A little contact, wasn't able to draw a foul from one of the referees. So it leads to this breakout, and the mid-range missed. Mac swarmed all over the floor. Not sure what the call is. Looked like a lot of ball. And a lot of chatter going on right now, and it seems like Cam Burton's been a bit of an instigator tonight.
Yeah.
He's that guy for this team.
He is, and he plays tough. He talks tough, and if you're going to play that way, he is tough. He backs it up with his defensive play.
It's always the undersized guys that seem to have the biggest bark, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, DJ with the step back three.
Oh, my.
Nothing but net. How you like that bag of tricks? Semi-likely reach-in foul, but boy, that's a thing of beauty right there.
That is nice. That is nice from DJ, and if DJ can hit that shot, that is good news for the Tigers.
Corbin showcased a lot of versatility at regionals. He averages 8 points per game, 6 rebounds too. Jackson sets it up, catch and release, no bueno for Hayes.
I think the Tigers have done an excellent job defensively in the half court. When they can set up their half court defense, they've done well.
Repositioned halfway in for Andrew Brooks. Would have been a big bomb right there for the Tigers. Instead, JR. Long rebound taken by Burton. Double team comes and a step through.
Nice.
How about Sam Hayes with the footwork?
Nice footwork by Sam Hayes. He just great step through. Used his size, physicality to get that basket through that time.
Corbin shows a little bait one side, spins back. Boy has found a zone.
Yeah, DJ's got it going. He's got it going now.
They'll work it around. A couple people pass up shots. Nicholson takes it. Tigers with the defensive rebound. 1-on-2. Kalen cups it.
Well, see, this is how the Tigers are going to have to play. If they can play a half court and they can keep them out of transition, the Tigers will be in good shape. Up 8 with 1:32 to go in the second quarter.
They've outscored Alliance by a dozen here in the second. Just took them a few minutes to get used to their environment, and since they have, I mean, the moving pictures kind of tell the story, Effie.
Oh, absolutely. And DJ Corbin, the step back 3. Are you kidding me? And then the pullback again from the mid-range.
Gotta love it. A lot of energy from multiple Tigers out on the floor, and when they start having that vibe going amongst everybody, they're a tough team. That's why they average more than 70 points per game, because they can do these spurts.
Well, and really, they can always do that on the offensive end. It's really about not turning the ball over. And we've seen when they give themselves an opportunity to get looks at the basket, they do well. If they're able to keep Alliance out of transition, not turn the basketball over, the Tigers have always been in good shape. And when they got themselves into trouble in this game is when they turned the ball over, live ball turnovers. But they have done a really good job in their half-court defense, rebounding the basketball. They've done an excellent job so far tonight.
80 seconds is all that remains here in half number 1, a tale of 2 quarters thus far. Corbin talking to Burton. Seems like everybody the number 3 sees on the floor has something to say right now. And that's it's tipped by Likely, but right back. Third chance, no. Mack finally pulls it down for Mansfield.
Davion Mack has really been a force on the defensive end. Really active hands by the Tigers defensively. Nothing easy for the Aviators in half-court defense.
Corbin with that mismatch that we've been detailing, and you've been seeing it. He's got a big quickness upper hand against Cole Pasco. Likely launches. Parker once with a jab step. Now he looks to go to work off the bounce, spins into some trouble. Brooks almost thefted. Instead, it's a clean look for Hayes. Aviators have been cold from downtown here recently, and trend continues as Kalen Brooks takes a timeout. Coach Sykes can't believe it. I think they've only got 2 left.
That is a wow. And Coach Sykes can't understand why he took it, but
I think as a young player, just feeling like we want to get a good look here with 3 seconds left, but it's
sometimes you're overthinking. Just your job is to play. I'll coach, you play, and they are, they're playing well, they're defending well, really well in the half court.
And unlike the NBA, you don't get to advance it down the floor with these 3 seconds and get a good look.
Exactly. So there's no advantage to taking a timeout there in that situation. Right now, they got to hustle the ball down the court and try to get as good a look as they can. The tough part is they've like you said, they've spent 3 timeouts already here in the first half, and although they're playing well, that's a tough one. But right now, Tigers got to be happy with where they stand right now, especially the way the game started. They've got to be happy with where this game is right now. They've really settled in, cut down on their turnovers, outscored the Aviators 16-4 as Kalen gets a good look. Wow, I'm surprised he got that good of a look at it.
It was near half court. He has the range, but the lead stays at 8. Mansfield with a dominant second quarter leads them into the halftime locker rooms, up 29-21. We've got a commercial timeout lined up. We'll be back. We'll have your first half stats, give you some scores from some other games going down on NFHS Network tonight, and then, of course, get you all set for quarter number 3. It's right here on the OH Report.
T-shirts. Anybody want T-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Wealth Managers arrives right here and now from Savage Arena on the fabulous campus of Toledo. Brian Skoronsky, Effie James with you here on the call. Definitely a tale of two quarters we've got going so far, my friend, where we saw the Aviators come out. They took a 5-point lead, and they had stretched it out to, I think, 8 at one point. And then Mansfield with a 16-4 second quarter. They're kind of in the controls right now.
Right, and, they came out, they were really sloppy, and, 10 turnovers for Mansfield. But the key to that is only 4 points for the Aviators off those turnovers, and that was the key. And the Aviators not able to take full advantage of those turnovers, and it was able to keep Mansfield into the game. And once Mansfield was able to settle in and play good, solid defense, they got going defensively, and they were able to get out and transition themselves and get runouts. And Kalen Brooks got going, and DJ Corbin got going, and they turned their energy level up to another notch, and the Aviators were on their heels.
So look at some Tiger fans as Mansfield now comes out onto the floor. Just a shade behind Alliance. Let's take a look at those first half numbers presented by Whitaker Myers. See, things are pretty even. Mansfield with those 10 giveaways, but a lot of them didn't end up killing them.
Right.
Meanwhile, with the 7 turnovers you already detailed, Tigers were able to cash in on a couple of those. The 2 3-pointers right now for the Tigers are big, Effie, because they're not forcing up deep shots. They've only taken 4 triples, so they're shooting 50%. How about 1 for 13 from long range right now for Alliance?
Right, and that's big for them. That's a huge part of their game, and J.R. Jackson, who is a big part of them offensively, has really been held under control. He's got 8 points at halftime, but a lot of those were early shots. The Tigers are doing a great job defensively, keeping him in front, especially in the second quarter, where they're able to keep him in front. And then when he took a shot, they limit the Alliance to 1 shot, and then the Tigers are able to get out and go. The big stat that I look at here, even though it's only a 1 rebound advantage, are the rebounds. The Tigers 18 rebounds to 17, and that only seems like a small advantage, but for Mansfield, that is huge. Because if you're able to get out in transition and limit the team to 1 shot, with the Tigers being a little bit undersized in this matchup, if they can keep the rebound matchup or the rebound contest even, I think that's going to be a huge advantage for Mansfield in this game.
Well, let's see what our keys to victory were, Effie. We plugged these in before the contest.
Right.
Now that we have 2 quarters of data, I felt like the live ball turnovers would be a big factor so far tonight, and the fact that they've been able to get some opportunities off of those so far, checking that box.
Right, and I think for them, and I agree, they were able to get some, and I think for me it was about handling the pressure of Alliance, and they did not do a very good job of that for the entirety of the first quarter. They did not. They did a better job in the second quarter. But again, that is going to be an ongoing theme throughout the game, because Alliance is not going to change the way they play defense. They're going to keep bringing that pressure throughout this entire game. So the Tigers are up 8 now, but they have got to be ready and prepared to handle this pressure, because it's going to be that way for the entire game.
And we kind of just flip-flop what we thought for both teams. For Alliance, I've seen Mansfield in person. I thought they just needed to kind of settle things down with the perimeter pressure. And for you, a fast start, they did that, but then they cooled quickly.
They did. And for them, I thought they'd done a great job of getting off to a fast start, but Mansfield done a great job of settling into the game and playing with composure, actually, in that second quarter, and showing that poise that they needed to take the lead into the halftime.
Mansfield with the basketball to start, but they give it away in the first 15 seconds. This man has been a pest. Burton sets up the 3 for himself, and it's tipped in by Parker Woods.
And Parker Woods, that's something that Mansfield had avoided, was that second shot opportunity, and Parker gets that tip layup for the first points of the second half.
DJ Corbin had the hot hand in a stretch for the Tigers. Here's Reed Jr. Sets it up for Andrew Brooks. big contact, and he's got a free throw on the way.
That's
two of them.
Great job by Rashad Reed. Was sent out early in the first half with some foul trouble, but they're going to need his ball handling. Great job with penetration. Drew 2 men to him. Got Andrew Brooks an open look.
Tiger student section behind the hoop and vice versa now for the Aviators, so they're not quite dealing with the same adversity when they go on the offensive end now.
Right.
Goes 1 of 2. Lead back out to 7. Woods just had the last basket. Spins inside over the left shoulder. Back to back.
Yeah, and the Alliance does have a size advantage. And right now it looks like they're really trying to take advantage of that as Brooks goes in strong. Strong move inside by Andrew Brooks.
Yeah, I like the first initial dribble. Went a little bit low, then went up over the top of Burton as he tried to meet him, match that level. And here he is right back at the foul line.
And Andrew Brooks is just a matchup nightmare for teams because you can't put a big man on him, but he's strong enough that you should put a big man on him, but he's quick enough to go around him, but you can't put a small guy on him because he's too strong for him.
Burton launches and hits a much-needed 3 for Alliance, just their second. Two-possession game, at least for now. Johnson with a friendly hop.
Yeah, that's a big shot for Devontae. He's a young man that can shoot that mid-range shot. He's got a nice jump shot. Has not been able to get going tonight, but he is a capable shooter from the perimeter.
Yeah, it's just his first shot attempt in 10 minutes. Woods has had a bunch. Hit his first 2 in the third, not that time. Devontae circles out here to the logo.
Wow, he is getting pushed with both hands.
Tournament basketball coach who talks about it, man.
Absolutely.
Be ready. The Brooks duo combining there. Skip pass read by JR. 2-on-1. Burton scores it.
Yeah, like we talked about, this pressure is not going to go away from Alliance. They are going to play the way they play. And, you know, this is the matchup, and this is why they're going to depend on DJ Corbin to be the primary ball handler. He has the mismatch tonight. Along with Andrew Brooks with another strong drive and finish.
Does a nice job of just taking his time when he's in the air. Not everybody can just float like that. So for Andrew, he's kind of learned how to take that ability and make it its own. Back and forth seesaw game going here in the third, just barely over 3 minutes in. Two-man game with Pasco. Now Woods with the up fake. Got fouled.
Yeah, that time he got Kalen Brooks up in the air with the shot fake.
See likely return to the lineup for the Tigers along with Davion Mack. You detailed just what a difference it made in that first half when Davion checked in.
A lot of energy in that first half from Davion. And a lot of rim protection also. Anything inside, Davion Mack was getting his hands on.
Burton just lost it, fumbled the handle. Kalen with a stutter step, steps into a triple. Now Alliance looking for a 3 of their own, back the other way. Rebounded inside for Hayes. Woods, hop step, fall away, tough shot. And Corbin waiting on it.
Nice outlet.
Oh, Kalen Brooks, second time that he's not been able to convert right at point-blank range. And it's kind of a 4-point swing as that toilet bowls its way through the bottom.
That's a tough finish that time. But Kalen was not able to make on the other end. 4-point turnaround, and now the Tigers really need to settle in this possession. And Coach Sykes he tells Davion to hang on because this possession, they want to get a good look with Davion out top.
Step back three. Tips right into Mac's hands, fresh off his backside, and they'll get it to Likely. Tapped back in for Davion, so an extra opportunity for the Tigers. Converts for 2. Mac's now got 6.
And now the Tigers, Coach Sykes imploring his Tigers just to play solid defense. They're doing a lot of gambling right now. He just needs solid defense. And J.R. Jackson knocks down a big 3.
Steals back a little bit of momentum here for Alliance. Just a stare down for DJ Corbin after the timeout taken here by the Aviators. This third quarter's been some fun, man.
Yeah.
Both teams are landing just a whole bunch of jabs. No big haymakers yet with a big run.
That's a big shot for J.R. Jackson, and, pretty quiet so far in this quarter, but Alliance needs him to come alive, and he is capable. He is capable of scoring points in bunches, and right now he is one of those players that can bring his team back, and I think the Tigers understand that. Coach Sykes understands that he's a guy that they have always got to have a defender in his face because he can change the game. But on the other end right now, the Tigers also have got a player. Kalen Brooks is the same type of player. But right now they've got to handle this pressure here in the full court. Right now, Alliance being really physical with Kalen.
Cash Brisker right now, he's got that assignment. Brooks definitely looked like he was fouled. Doesn't matter, he follows up.
Not today. He may have been on other days, but not today.
Oh, what? Straight to Rack City. Send some shockwaves through the Alliance student section. Reed Jr. gets the switch on him, an absolute blow by.
Nice job by Rashad.
Jackson hit his last triple. Gives up this time. He'll clear out underneath. Down off the block. Now pops. See Likely really trying to force him to go to his right hand. Much easier said than done.
Yeah, that's a good job by Sammy Likely defensively. And he'll call it jump ball. And again, you've got to be tough with the basketball. That's essentially a turnover.
6-point game, Jackson will have an opportunity to cut into that at the charity stripe.
This feels like the point in the game where J.R. Jackson is going to be real assertive offensively, and they are turning up the defensive heat. So Mansfield is going to have to be really, really smart and strong with the basketball. As Kalen Brooks is going to check out, he picked up his third foul here with a 1:18 left in the third quarter. So Coach Sykes does not want to risk Kalen picking up that fourth. So the Tigers are going to have to play the remainder of this quarter at least without their sophomore star. and handle this ball pressure.
Davion Mack, a pretty competent ball handler. So has DJ Corbin been tonight, though it's tapped, I think, off his hip, going the other way.
Yeah. And like once again, the turnover is starting to mount for the Tigers, and it's not so much that what's happening off the turnovers, is just it does not give them an opportunity to get a look at the basket. When they've had looks at the basket, they've been able to score. They just don't get an opportunity because of the turnovers.
Fourth giveaway by DJ Corbin tonight. Woods off one leg, no friendly roll. Andrew boards from the second level and gets fouled in the backcourt. Just team foul number 3 on Alliance.
And, you know, being strong with the ball takes new meaning in a game like this. So you can't just be strong when you're dribbling it. Even when you rebound, they're going to contest everything with the basketball here.
Woods picks up Johnson, who instantly steps into a 3, well short. Davion spinning. Can't believe he didn't get a call. A little anguish on his face. Mansfield, of course, though, keeps the basketball. Nicholson will replace Cam Burton, presumably, for the last 33 ticks. Brooks with a fake. He's been really good in this department tonight.
He has done an excellent job. Once he gets the ball in his right hand, he has gone strong with his right hand to the basket. Nobody has been able to get in front of him and stop him, and he goes strong to that basket with his right hand. And he usually gets to the basket or the free throw line. And he has been a force offensively tonight for the Tigers.
Kalen and Andrew combined now with 27 points for the Tigers. So the leads back up to 6. Alliance will spread them out 5 wide.
And the Tigers go to a 1-2-2 zone for this last possession.
Woods with a nice step through mid-range, sinks it. Tigers may not get a chance for the last shot, a little behind the horn, and we've now got 3 down here at Savage Arena. Only 8 minutes remain with an opportunity to move on into the regional championship. We'll be back for money time when we return.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Effie,
Yes, sir.
it's money time, baby.
It is.
A big victory check going to be cashed by somebody here tonight. Who's it going to be? The Tigers have a 4-point cushion as we start quarter number 4.
Well, both teams have waited a long time for it. Let's see who wants it the most.
Over and back violation early in quarters. It seems like Mansfield's had a little adjustment period each time so far.
Right. and the turnovers, and they have somehow been able to, outlast these turnovers, and they are still hanging on to this 4-point lead. But but it's because their half-court defense has really been tough. And there is J.R. Jackson with a strong move to the paint.
Yeah, they're going to need him to start heating up. 19 points per game, the EBC Player of the Year. Looking to cement his legacy as one of the all-time greats in program history.
And the Tigers start with Kalen Brooks still on the bench here in the fourth quarter. Nice strong move by Rashad Reed, and the foul. And I know that makes Marquis Sykes happy. Every time they score a bucket, that gives a little bit more room, a little bit more rest, another possession. They can rest Kalen Brooks without having to bring him in with those 3 fouls, because they're definitely going to need him down the stretch.
Sinks it in the time money saver TMS Plus free throw zone and stretches the lead right back out to 5. It has been one shot followed by the next here, back and forth in this second half. Slapped away by Johnson. Mack with the 3-on-2. Sets up for Reed. Kaboom!
How about Rashad Reed? Devontae Johnson with the quick hands, causing the turnover. Rashad Reed with the big shot on the other end.
Had just 1 point, I think, coming into this fourth quarter. All of a sudden coming alive as the length, the outstretched arm of Mack forced the miss there from Jackson, but they regain possession.
Right now the Aviators are looking for something going toward the basket, and this guy has done a great job so far in the second half.
Book it, plus a trip back to the foul line. A couple and ones here to start off this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Woods has been really aggressive going toward the basket in this half, taking contact, finishing around the rim. He has been a problem in this second half.
Largest lead for the Tigers of 8. Trimmed right back down to size here. 2-score game. Not even 2 minutes here into the fourth, and Jackson lobs it in bounds, but Corbin gets back into the picture. Draws a foul, though, as Cash Brisker came to the rescue for the basketball. Tough break for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Again, Corbin tried a bounce pass against the half-court pressure. Another live ball turnover. And this guy.
He's been taking a lot of tough shots, hit a few of them. Brooks with the hezzy through traffic. Turns, finds nobody in front and buries it.
Andrew Brooks, and I just took a look at Coach Harper, who just dropped his head. Like, what am I supposed to do with this kid?
It's brought so much value here tonight. Woods off one leg, Dirk Nowitzki-esque.
It's a shootout. It's a shootout.
Reed steps between, finds Brooks. Not really his forte from long range. Now Corbin gets it to Mack.
Nice look inside.
Pretty finish. 8 points now for Davion off the bench. JR. Nice strong move.
Yeah, back and forth. A lot of shot making going on, a lot of drives to the rim.
Big collision, foul will go on Jackson. We'll see Kalen Brooks return with those 3 fouls. 4.5 minutes to go.
And those were valuable minutes that Kalen was able to sit with those 3 fouls. The Tigers, Rashad Reed and Andrew Brooks, DJ Corbin able to hold it down offensively while Kalen was on the bench. There's Rashad Reed again, really aggressive going to the basket. And Rashad Reed is a capable scorer, great shooter, but tonight we can see him being aggressive, going to the basket. That's another part of his game that has showed up tonight that has been big for the Tigers.
Catching a little breath here at the foul line. Been playing some significant minutes here down the stretch.
Yeah, Rashad Reed played some valuable minutes. He's also got the assignment of guarding J.R. Jackson defensively, so you know he is giving it all he has tonight. And the senior, he should be, but he is playing well.
To make it a 3-score game, dots the I. Aviators struggling to keep the Tigers off the board, but they've been lining it up on their side behind this 6'1" senior. Jackson again.
Yeah, and that was just a defensive mix-up, too easy. A easy ball screen, and you just can't leave him that open. Wide open look. Too easy for that level of shooter. And J.R. Jackson starting to heat up here in this quarter.
Second all-time leading scorer in program history. Top 10 lifetime in Stark County. Led the county in scoring this year. Right back where we started, heading into this fourth quarter, each side with 12 points. You mentioned it's been a good old-fashioned shootout. Certainly the case, 2 high-scoring teams. 66-point game for Alliance and the Tigers over 70. So we kind of figured at some point we would find a flow like this.
You're right. You know, it gets sloppy at times. It gets, you know, you see turnovers on both sides.
Shot spins down the middle, hesitation, kick out for Kalen with a clean look. And then Tassin.
That's a good look. Kalen Brooks is not going to miss many of those shots. That's a good offensive possession for Mansfield.
Another 3 for Jackson. He is on fire, folks. J.R. Jackson come to life. Kalen spins, floats it in.
Yeah, the Stars coming to play. The Stars got to come to play.
Takes a piece of momentum back for Mansfield.
All 10 of them. All 10 of them are breathing hard right now.
Just a quick breather here. Jackson looks for the ball for Woods.
Yeah, it is. The Tigers, if you've their last few games in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Screen lobs
there it is.
Into the teeth of the defense intended for Hayes.
Yeah, but I tell you, all 10 young men out there, the game have ended the same way. They end up spreading the court, driving the basketball. The last few minutes of their last 2 games in the district tournament were the same way. Spread the court, driving the team, ending up at the foul line, but shooting the ball well from the free throw line. That's how they've been finishing games, but they are tired. All of them are tired.
Brooks gives it up now for DJ. 2-on-1 on that side. Jackson, crafty theft.
And I promise you, if Coach Sykes had one of those times Corbin misses this free throw, but right now they have got to figure out J.R. Jackson on the other end, find him, and make another player hit shots, because he's the guy who's going to have the ball in his hand.
Forced
Mounts back, he would take it. He's going to take one anyway.
Yeah, first timeout since that.
Coach Harper's going to take one.
Okay, yeah, so it'll be an Alliance timeout. They've got one left. Tigers still with 2. A lot of fun. What we signed up for here tonight, folks. We thought this would be a highly competitive game. 2 teams that if they really look in them to give it up this time, Cash, the floater, Alliance back in front for the first time since the second. Now their fan base rising up to their feet, trying to lift their team to another level. Meanwhile, the Red Demir, pretty similar images on the other side. High pressure defense, plenty of players that can really light it up, and the top 2 scorers coming into tonight, J.R. Jackson, Kalen Brooks, doing what they've done all season, leading the way again tonight.
Down the stretch, shot making, your start.
See parts for
nice
Brooks.
Move. Nice move. You see some worn out young pups out there in that corner.
Jackson drawing his second defender on the possession. Mac took
Great
it away.
defense. Great defense.
Saved in bounds, but JR able to get it. Mishandled. Brooks can't secure it either. Slippery fingers all over the place.
Yeah, I think Kalen had it. He tried to stepping up. Those last 2 possessions show that J.R. Jackson on one end, Kalen Brooks with the drive on the other end. Your stars come to play. And, you know, it's what it's going to come down to in the last 48 seconds. Who's going to step up? Because right now, each team is telling their players, you got to take something away. And if you're Alliance, you've got to take Kalen Brooks away. If you are the Tigers, you got to make someone else other than J.R. Jackson beat you. So other players are going to have to step up right now in this moment.
And a quick score update since we're in Toledo. St. John's Jesuit. Titans had a great season. It's coming to a close. Euclid right now with a 79-48 lead. 2 minutes to go. Brooks has to catch it down in the corner with Cam Burton on him. Then a whistle comes in on Burton. That'll be number 5, and the Tigers with the bonus moving forward.
Well, and I think, you know, they've watched Brooks shoot free throws. I think the strategy might be a good one. Brooks have not shot it well. He's a 59% free throw shooter. So Coach Harper taking his chances right now. Putting Brooks at the line. He misses the first.
One more shot coming up here for Andrew Brooks. Does make it a 2-point game. Tigers with some full court pressure.
Right now they got Rashad Reed on J.R. Jackson. They're going to try to keep the ball out of his hands. Make someone else score. Jackson gets it anyway.
Reed tried to force him to go right. Instead, Jackson gets to a sweet spot.
Oh, my.
And it came down, turned his ankle a bit too as he sends JR to the line with a chance to even things up under 30 seconds to go.
Boy, and I tell you, that was a bit of a late whistle, but you can't argue with the call. A lot of contact on the drive.
Jackson's been big time tonight. Over his scoring average, but he splits them.
Big rebound.
And Mack to the rescue. Weaves through traffic. And we'll head to the line with 25 ticks. Davion Mack, 67% from the charity stripe this year. Shoots about 4 free throws per game.
The Tigers overall, a pretty solid free throw shooting team. And, you know, if it comes down to a free throw shooting, you know, these last 25 seconds, the Tigers not bad from the line. Davion knocks down the first one.
Almost 70% as a unit on the season. That's actually quite excellent.
Yeah, they shoot it really well from the line as a team.
Davion, junior season, started the last 2 years at Mansfield Christian, and has provided a huge spark off the bench for Mansfield.
Big shots. Big shots for Davion. They're going to try again once they try to deny J.R. Jackson.
From the corner for the tie.
Oh,
no,
my.
Jackson to the third story. And now Wood's going to force up a three. Knew he missed it. Whistle comes in that will send Nicholson to the line.
Wow.
3 looks. 2 good ones for the Aviators.
Wow.
Some pressure cooker free throws coming up right now. The senior Tajay Nicholson off the bench.
All right, this is huge rebounds here, and Tigers are going to talk strategy here because they have got to secure this rebound.
In a great spot right now. 3-point difference, and maybe talk a little strategy as well for the Aviators. Don't want to miss the free throw, but be prepared in case of a miss.
Exactly. And
Mansfield with 14 fouls as well, Effie, so there'll be free throws no matter what for both teams moving forward.
Exactly, and I think the Tigers, it's going to come down to making free throws, and I think even if he makes this free throw, the Tigers are going to have to come down, knock down their free throws, and secure the rebound first if he misses. But even if he makes it, they're going to have to be prepared to knock down free throws and finish this game. Because, again, we have seen the quick hands and how defensively, how much pressure they can put on the ball and how quickly they can turn over Mansfield. So that doesn't mean necessarily they have to foul in order to turn over. So they can get a steal just as quick as they can foul. So Mansfield is going to have to be strong protecting the basketball here with this possession.
Missed them both. Corbin with the board. He's going to push ahead. DJ Corbin fouled at midcourt. Couldn't even hear the whistle. Tigers fans losing their minds. It's been a long wait. 2014, the last time they made it to this stage, and they did get beyond to the regional championship that year. Much longer wait for the Aviators since 1982. But their regional appearance may be a short one. Though the door very much ajar here with the first miss. Such a critical attempt coming up here for DJ Corbin to make it a 2-score game. Yes.
Big shots for the senior.
And a big relief for Marquis Sykes.
Absolutely.
Here's Woods, steps into a running 3 off the backboard, and the Tigers have done it. Senior high headed back to the regional final for the first time in a dozen years as they knock off Alliance in their 15-game win streak. Big performance in the second half from both of the Brooks bros coming out to play tonight.
Absolutely. Just a great game. Both teams laid it on the line. And Alliance has nothing to hang their head about. They played an outstanding game. Both teams deserve to be here. Tigers really just put it on the line. So proud of these young men. They really put it on the line. Played well.
3 Spirit buses, well worth the journey up here to Toledo.
Absolutely.
Tigers got a winner. They'll be back here on Saturday. We are far from done, though, here inside of Savage Arena. We will be back with an MVP interview, your final stats, and more still to come here on NFHS and OH Report.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You just enjoyed Sweet 16 basketball live on NFHS Network and restreaming on the OH Report. Thanks to our friends at Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Locally owned financial planner, they boast the endorsement of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Ramsey Solutions. Barrister Title Group. Title insurance doesn't have to be a puzzle. Trust the team at Barrister Title Group. Central Star Home Health. When you wish upon a star, care will come to where you are. Charter NextGen is hiring right now. They've got high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. If you need digital marketing for your local business, you might want to get a hold of TMS Plus Digital Marketing Company. And Richland County's only independent community bank, Mechanics Bank. We are patiently awaiting for our MVP to arrive. It was a wild scene here as Mansfield was heading towards the tunnel. Kalen Brooks is our choice here tonight for your most valuable player. We'll have that conversation coming up when he arrives. Plus, final stats with Effie and I. So just hang tight, folks. We'll be with you guys shortly.
got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
The Charter Next Gen player of the game is joining me now. You're looking at the sophomore Kalen Brooks. You're heading to the Elite Eight, buddy. Just talk to me about just like the emotion and what it's been like over these last 5 minutes. Tiger Nation was going crazy, man.
Man, it's a blessing. It's an unexplainable feeling to see the whole city come out and watch us do something that hasn't been done in a very long time. So to go to the Elite Eight, man, it's special. It's special.
Felt like you stepped up in big moments here tonight. Your offense, you lead the team in scoring again, 19 points. What was your mindset and your mentality with some of the matchups that you had tonight when you did determine that you needed to go into attack mode?
I just felt like whoever was in front of me at the time, I just felt like I had a mismatch and they couldn't really keep up with me. So I made sure to attack whoever was in front of me and treat them.
You guys take the lead in the second quarter. You have it all the way until just a couple minutes left. Then it gets tight. Then they take the lead. So just processing that, making clutch buckets down the stretch and some free throws. How cool was it to be a part of that and see some of your teammates rise to the occasion as well?
It's very cool to see that, my teammates stepping up, because I know how good my teammates are and how they can step up. So it was great to see that, my teammates can always step up,
For this Tiger team, give me some insight just as far as you guys have come throughout the year and some of the conversation before the season. And did this feel like this was a realistic place that you could be coming back to Toledo on Saturday with a chance to go to the Final Four?
100%. If you look at our roster, we got Elite Eight, Final Four, state championship written all over us. So we just had to put it all together and put it in motion.
As far as just your family, obviously dad on the bench. I know mom's up here with you, and then it's kind of a family affair on the team as well. How much does that just kind of motivate you and then just really bring a big spark to your game as well?
To see my family here and all the fans in the community, it gives me a great spark. I got something I'm playing for. I'm doing it for them. As much sacrifice as they put into me, it's only right that I put on the show for them.
Well, Tiger Nation's going to be back for the show coming up on Saturday. Toledo Central Catholic, the #1 team in the state. How much are you looking forward to a matchup like that?
Man, I can't wait. Can't wait to play a matchup.
All right, man. They're going to be able to watch it right here on the OH Report. Kalen, I missed you last time. I've got the MVP bag for you this go-around. And yet again, a chance for some shout-outs. Give them.
Shout out to God for first and foremost. You know, without him, I wouldn't be here. But, you know, my family, shout out to my mom. She got a shout out last time. Shout out my grandma, grandpa, all my cousins that came and support me, all my uncles, just everybody that came here, you know, to support me, the fans, the city, the community that's behind us. Shout out to them, man.
Your MVP, Kalen Brooks, elite, heading in to the last game here at the regional.
Yes, sir.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
We're back here at the University of Toledo with your postgame show presented by Whitaker Myers. You just heard from the most valuable player for us, Kalen Brooks, the sophomore, leading this team in scoring yet again tonight as he leads the Tigers into the regional finals. Effie taking a look at this game by the numbers. The Tigers turn it over 17 times. You said it felt kind of like 1,000 in some moments, but they win the rebounding margin, and the free throws, obviously a big difference by game's end.
Right. And, you know, I think, like we said, the turnovers were big, but early it didn't turn into a lot of points for Alliance, and I think that was key. The fact that those turnovers did not turn into points allowed the Tigers to stay in the game early. And once they settled into the game, their half-court defense was stellar tonight. Like, their half-court defense was absolutely stellar. And I thought guys stepped up. Davion Mack stepped up defensively. When he came in, he brought a different energy to their half-court defense. His finishes offensively. DJ Corbin played well in spurts offensively. He brought a lot of energy offensively. He made for a stretch, he carried them offensively. There was a stretch where Kalen had to sit out with foul trouble. We talked about how Rashad Reed carried them offensively. Different guys stepped up at different times for the Tigers tonight. So a complete team win for Mansfield, and that is what you're going to have at this level of the tournament against a quality opponent like Alliance. You know, a team, 2 losses on the year.
Yeah,
this is
15
a team
in a row they won.
Who does not lose games. So for a team like Mansfield, who, like we talked about early in the pregame, been up and down all season long, has really figured out this is how we win consistently. We have to have guys step up and play, and consistently their half-court defense has gotten really good in this tournament, and they have figured out they have got to be able to attack the basket, and they've got a number of guys that play with a lot of confidence right now, and that's what they've been doing well.
Andrew Brooks with 15, 11 for Rashad Reed. Mack finishes with 10, so 4 players in double figures, and DJ Corbin right on the outskirts with 8 points tonight. But he pulled down 8 rebounds. That was one of the biggest contributions for him. 8 rebounds as well for Davion. So everyone did their part. They played tough in stretches, but the road gets much more challenging coming up here on Saturday. And during the commercial break, you were already putting together game plans for Mansfield. What does it take for them to be able to compete with the Irish?
Well, I really think, seeing both teams play, I think a game plan like tonight, I think Coach Sykes would tell you, and just looking at both teams play, they're obviously going to have to take much better care of the basketball, cut down on the turnovers. But I will tell you, they're going to have to, if they get to the place where they can get to the fourth quarter, they got to feel good. If they get to the fourth quarter and it becomes a game where it's about the shot makers, you got a kid like Kalen Brooks on your team. And look, if it's a shot makers game, I got Kalen Brooks, you've got shot makers, we're good. But it's going to come down to, can the Tigers handle the pressure? Can they not turn the ball over? Because the difference to me between a team like Alliance and a team like Toledo Central Catholic, where Alliance let Mansfield off the hook tonight with those turnovers that they had early, a team like Toledo Central Catholic will blow this game open. When you turn the ball over against them, they're going to blow the game open, and they'll put it out of reach. So that's where Mansfield is going to have to get better. They're going to have to value the basketball. But tonight, I'm sure Marquise doesn't care about that right now. He's celebrating, and he'll worry about that tomorrow morning. But that matchup is going to be a good one. But if I'm Mansfield, I got to feel good about playing in that regional final tomorrow because they deserve to be there like any other team.
Survive and advance is the name of the game. The Tigers figure out a way to do it despite 24 points from J.R. Jackson. He finishes career just shy of 1,600 points, second all-time on the Alliance career scoring mark. That will wrap up our coverage, though, here from Savage Arena. Congratulations to Mansfield Senior continuing their trip back in the regional final for the first time since 2014. They'll be seeking their first trip to state since 2005, coming back here on Saturday. My awesome team here tonight: Jory Hollenbeck running camera for you folks, Adam Thompson making the graphics, he directed as well. I'm Brian Skronsky for Effie James, signing out for now. We'll be back with you. More basketball tomorrow, always on OH Report and NFHS Network. So long, everybody.